Welcome to our channel United Coaching. Today we will discuss top 20 questions from the topic Heredity and Genetics, and these questions are taken from previous year question papers of boards like CBSE board, ICSE board, state boards and some of the national level exams as well. Okay, our first question is which of the following can be acquired but not inherited? So is it color of eye, color of skin, size of body or nature of hair? So the correct answer is size of body. Now body size is an acquired characteristic, not an inherited one, and this is because body size can change throughout a person's life and these changes aren't passed on to a future generation. For example, someone can become fat or thin during their lifetime, but this change isn't inherited. Question is which statement about the genotypes of organisms is correct? A. Dominant alleles are only found in homozygotes. So this is incorrect. Dominant alleles can get expressed even in heterozygotes. B. One recessive allele always causes a recessive phenotype. So this is wrong. One recessive allele gets suppressed by the dominant allele, and the dominant allele gets expressed in the offspring. So this is incorrect. C. Recessive phenotypes must be homozygous. So this is correct. For the recessive allele to be expressed, it has to be homozygous. And D. The dominant phenotype must be heterozygous. So this is incorrect. Dominant phenotype can have homozygous or heterozygous alleles. Okay. Our next question is select the group which shares maximum number of common characters. So is it two individuals of a species, or two species of a genus, or two genera of a family, or two genera of two families? So the correct option is two individuals of a species share maximum number of common characters, because species is the lowest level of taxonomic hierarchy and the members of a species share the most common characteristics with themselves. Thus any two individuals of a species share the maximum numbers of related or common characters. Okay, our next question is Mendel's concept of segregation implies that the two members of an allelic pair of genes, so option A, are distributed to separate gametes. So this is correct. B, may contaminate one another. So this is wrong. Dominant and recessive allele cannot contaminate each other. And C, are segregated in pairs. So this is incorrect. They are segregated independently, individually. Okay, and option D, they are linked. So this is wrong. Dominant and recessive alleles are not linked anyways. Okay, so the correct option over here is A, distributed to separate gametes. Our next question is a trait in an organism is influenced by. So is it paternal DNA only, maternal DNA only, both maternal and paternal DNA, or neither by paternal nor by maternal DNA? So the correct option over here is both maternal and paternal DNA influence the trait of an organism. Okay, our next question is when a breed of cattle with red coats is crossed with white coats, all the offsprings have coat with a mixture of red and white hairs, a condition called roan. If roan cows are crossed with a red colored bull, the theoretical ratio of the offsprings would be. So as you can see from the diagram, the parents are roan and red, and their genotype is capital R small r for roan, and capital R, that is dominant one, is the red one, and the gametes they produce, the roan will produce capital R and small r, and the red one will produce only the capital R, and when they are mated, the offsprings will have genotype of capital R, that will produce the red offspring, and the capital R small r will produce one roan offspring. So hence the phenotype would be one red and one roan. So the correct option over here is D, one red and one roan would be the offsprings. Okay, our next question is which of the following statements is not true with respect to variation? So the first one, all variations in species have equal chance of survival. So this is incorrect. All variations within a species do not have equal chances of survival due to the process of natural selection, adaptation or environmental pressures. Okay, so this option is incorrect. B, change in genetic composition results in variation. So this is correct. and selection of variants by environmental factors form the basis of evolutionary processes. So this is also correct. And D, variation is minimum in asexual reproduction. So this is also correct. So the only incorrect option is the first one. Our next question is, in human males all chromosomes are paired perfectly except one, and this unpaired chromosome is, there are two unpaired chromosomes, that is Y chromosome and X chromosome, and rest all other chromosomes are paired. So humans have 23 pairs of chromosome, and out of that 22 are paired, and the sex chromosome in a human male is a single X chromosome and single Y chromosome. Okay, our next question is, match the genetic cross of the parents on the left with the genotype of the offspring on the right. So the first option is capital B, that is homozygous dominant when crossed with homozygous recessive will produce heterozygous only, and B option, when heterozygous is crossed with heterozygous it will produce three varieties, that is homozygous dominant, heterozygous and homozygous recessive. And option number C, when homozygous dominant crossed with homozygous dominant will produce homozygous dominant only. And D option, homozygous recessive crossed with homozygous recessive will again produce only homozygous recessive. Okay, our next question is, a cross between a tall plant, that is capital T, and a short pea plant, that is small t, resulted in progeny that were all tall plants because option A, tallness is a dominant trait. So this is correct. And because tallness gets expressed even in heterozygous genotype. Okay, and B, shortness is a dominant trait. So this is incorrect. And C, tallness is a recessive trait. So this is also incorrect. And D, height of a pea plant is not governed by the gene capital T or small t. So this is entirely wrong. So the correct option over here is tallness is a dominant trait. If you are liking our content, please leave a like and a comment. And if you like, you can subscribe to our channel, and this will boost our morale for upcoming videos. Thank you. Okay, from here onwards we will discuss filling the blank questions. So the question is, the trait that always expresses itself in F1 generation regardless of homozygous or heterozygous genotype is. So the answer is dominant trait. Next question is, the trait that keeps on passing from one generation to another is called. So the correct answer is inherited trait. Next question, the sex chromosome in male are indicated as, and the sex chromosome in female are indicated as. So the answer is, in male it is X and Y chromosome both, and in female that is X and X chromosome. Okay, next question, in humans a gene is composed of dash and chromosomes are composed of dash. So the correct answer is DNA, and DNA and proteins called histones. In humans a gene is composed of DNA and chromosomes are composed of DNA and proteins called histones. Okay, next question is, there are dash pairs of chromosomes in humans. So the correct answer is 23 pairs of chromosomes. Next, the two types of reproduction are asexual and dash causes greater diversity. So the correct answer is asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. There are two types of reproductions, that are sexual and asexual reproduction, and sexual reproduction causes greater diversity. Okay, our next question is, Mendel performed his experiments on. So the answer is garden pea plant. Next, characteristics that are developed during the lifetime of an individual are. So the answer is acquired trait. Next, the genetics is the science of dash and dash. So the answer is heredity and variations. Genetics is the science of heredity and variations. Last question, dash traits are unable to express in a hybrid and dash traits are able to express in a hybrid. So the correct answer is recessive and dominant. Recessive traits are unable to express in a hybrid and dominant traits are able to express in a hybrid. So these were the top 20 questions from the topic heredity and genetics. And if you like our content, please check out our other playlist. And if you like, you can subscribe to our channel as well. Thank you.